Now, what's that old saying? Fame is fleeting, but shitty fucking people are forever? Watch the following video and you tell me if this is someone that a person really wants to spend the rest of their life with.
What?
What are you doing with my PS5?
First of all, why would you even say something like that?
What are you doing with my PS5?
Don't worry about it. Why would you say something like that?
Now, to offer further context, this is one of those stupid-ass TikTok videos where someone films themselves pretending to sell off one of their partner's valuable possessions for no apparent reason at random without any sort of reason or cause, and then proceeds to gaslight the ever-loving fuck out of them into feeling like them having any interest in what they want to do after work that's not all about them is somehow them being neglectful or shitty, therefore they deserve to lose something that belongs to them because the person in question is an attention-starved dipshit that feels like they're owed every single split second of this person's time outside of work. Like, people like this are the reason that the dating pool is kind of one of those really shitty fucking nightmare escapes where it's basically like you're gonna constantly wonder if this person's fucking around on you or trying to psychologically fuck you. And then at the same time, people are trying to say we're all the good men at when there are people that do shit like this as a way to seek validation from strangers online. I'm just saying it's kind of shitty. But here, let's just watch the rest of this and we'll see where this fucking bullshit spirals into insanity.
What are you doing with my PS5? Why is it not over there?
Because I'm selling it. Moving on.
No, you're not. Why are you selling it?
Yes, I am. What do you mean, no, I'm not?
No, you're not.
It's already sold, so let's not even get into it. Just leave it where it is.
No.
Babe, why are you... Alright, you're getting a little too territorial.
You're over here trying to sell my PS5.
I'm not trying to sell anything. It's already sold.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I already sold it.
Why are you selling my PS5?
Because you don't need it. I feel like this whole game is just ridiculous and honestly just needs to get out of my house. Do you want me to list
Tell me,
everything so far?
tell me what the PS5 did to you. I would love to hear what the PS5 did to you.
First of all, you don't need it.
My stuff is mine. How are you going to sell my stuff? You're being toxic, trying to sell my PS5, trying to sell stuff that's not yours.
I'm being toxic?
Yes. What negative things did it do to me?
Ever since we got back from Jamaica, okay? You've been sitting here, you've been playing the game all freaking day.
Bro,
all day.
We can't do anything. He just got surgery,
I understand
so we
that.
gotta watch him.
I
We can't
understand
leave the house.
Yeah, we gotta watch him. What you've been watching? You've been watching that damn screen because of that damn game. That's
Bro,
exactly
he's
what
been
I mean.
sitting next to me while I'm playing the game the whole
He's
time.
been sitting next to me and I've been watching him. You haven't been watching.
Is anybody else willing to bet that this would not do well if it had been on the other foot? Like if it was a girl who actually owned a console or a gaming PC that they were very happy to own because it gave them a way to relieve stress after a long day, and their boyfriend or girlfriend randomly just decided to box all their shit up and try to sell it out from under them without a proper warning. Like, if the shoe was on the other foot, this person would have had their father, brothers, cousins, or maybe their uncles smacking the shit out of the person trying to sell their belongings, and they would get away with it because of the fact that it's a woman saying her belongings are being sold by her boyfriend against her will. See, this is one of those really toxic, fucked up things that some people will do where they'll try to remove any source of outside interest from the relationship so that you have to focus solely on them. I don't think this is about the dog getting surgery and not getting the attention it needs from him. I just think that she feels like she's not getting attention from him. She's not getting his validation. She's not getting his attention. And because she seems to be the needier sort, it means that she feels like she's being neglected. And instead of trying to simply suggest they do something together, or play something together, or watch some movies together, or spend time together, she is instead trying to remove one of the things that's taking time away from her and trying to make him feel ashamed that it's taken time from her instead of trying to simply talk about the problem like an adult so that they can discuss some sort of arrangement where they can spend time together and do something that they both mutually enjoy. Instead of doing this shit where it's like, I'm gonna sell your belongings because you need to feel ashamed and guilty about something that I'm not going to talk to you about. I'm just gonna throw it at you one day and it's gonna be up to you to try to catch that fucking grenade and hope that it doesn't blow you to fucking pieces. Like, this is the problem with the relationships with people that don't communicate well, is the fact that they will not sit down and discuss what the problem is, or they won't try to, like, approach it in, like, a civilized manner. And just say, look, can we talk about this? I feel like this and this and this is not working. I want to discuss this, see if we can reach some kind of agreement where we can both spend more time together and do something that's, like, mutually enjoyable for both of us. But the problem is, people like this, they don't believe in that because they want everything like their way all the time, now. to the point to where anyone that's in a relationship with them is basically in their own personal hell because they are now having to constantly try to meet the demands of someone who is going to constantly have higher and higher and higher expectations to eventually to the point to where it's going to be like Kobe smashing into the side of that mountain in a helicopter. It's going to just end in a fiery fucking crash that's going to destroy any hope of anything moving forward. But yeah, people like this are shitty and toxic because she's just trying to make him feel like shit for doing anything outside of the relationship that's not involving her. It's not I don't think even for a fucking minute it's about the dog not getting attention. I don't think that for a minute. And no one with a brain that's ever seen this or been through this in a previous relationship believes this for a minute. Because this is the kind of shit someone that's emotionally abusive pulls when they're trying to make you feel like shit for not spending all your time with them, whilst at the same time trying to make everything you do about them and trying to use tools to try to dismantle your life in some way or another, even if it's in a small way, where they can basically make it so that you have to focus solely on them or you can't focus on shit at all. Anyway, let's keep going and see where this bullshit goes.
Talking about? You've been in the room watching Netflix.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, because he comes and he lays with me. So don't
Bro,
even
that's
try to
besides
say
the
that.
point. Why are you trying to sell my stuff? Back to that.
Because you don't need it, like I said.
I know I
You
don't
have
need
an Xbox in the room. Why do you need a PS5? That's
Because I wanted it, so I bought it.
Two, I don't even care.
What? Cousin?
Bro, I'm so freaking tired of this. You know what? You want the game? You want the game? Nobody's gonna have the game.
Are you crazy?
Nobody's gonna have the game. Nobody. Now you, now my cousin, not nothing. You know what? I'll give my cousin his money back. That's gonna go in the garbage, and that settles it. Because nobody, yeah, you're right. You know what? Nobody's getting the attention in this household. Not him, not me. All your attention is on that stupid game. So guess what? It's going in the garbage. Garbage. That's where it's going. And I'm done. I'm seriously done. Like, I don't understand how you love that freaking game so much. Like, you're literally about to, like, have a heart attack over it.
Now, for all the women out there whose partners play video games and you don't go around destroying their shit like an absolute psycho for no reason, thank you. Thank you for having a lot more common sense and a lot more of a rational mind than the crazy bitch featured in this video. And before someone say, will you call a woman a bitch? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. It's not a matter of the console, it's a matter of the principle of it. Of you destroying someone else's belongings because you're mad at them like a little fucking kid that can't talk to them about like a goddamn adult. This is basically emotional abuse because you're basically doing something to upset and disturb someone because you don't get what you want from them. Like, the only difference between this and him smashing up all of her makeup or him burning all of her designer clothes is that if he did that shit, he'd be fucking arrested. Because like, whatever way you look at it, it's still malicious destruction of personal property. Like, her thing about, like, well, if you have the Xbox, why do you need a PlayStation 5? Why does it fucking matter? He bought it with his own money. It'd be one thing, for example, if you guys agreed to put the money towards something else, and he took the money and bought the machine with it when you guys had it set aside for a particular purpose. That I would completely understand her being upset and wanting it gone. Because it would basically be like an attempt to recoup some of the money that was wasted in that regard. But this was literally something he bought with his own money, and you're trying to make him feel like shit for buying it, and you're trying to gaslight him into feeling like he doesn't deserve to have something nice, because he is not kissing your feet and licking your asshole. Now, if someone is just constantly playing for like 15 to 16 hours a day, or if they're like on it ever since like the moment they get home from work, they're on it all night, and then they don't say a single thing to their partner, for example, like if they're just ghosting them the entire time they're on. Yeah, I get that. But if someone plays like 3 or 4 matches, and then they just don't play for like the rest of the day, so they spend like maybe 30 or 40 minutes, maybe an hour playing the game, and then they're not playing again. At least not for the rest of the day, and they spend time together. Like, that's a reasonable arrangement that you could make and that you could agree to, where it's like you guys are still spending time together, and he's still able to get a couple matches in with the boys. But the fact is, like, would you rather have him home playing the game where you know he's not fucking around on you, or do you want to have someone that's willing to go clubbing with you, who is most likely not interested in you because the moment someone else that's more attractive walks by, he's going to say sorry and then dip? That's what I never understood. Like, the same people that always bitch about not finding good men are the same people that treat men like this, where they'll literally destroy their belongings and try to make them feel like assholes for being upset with it. Just talk about the problem. Like an adult. Like, it's, again, like I said, it's not about the console itself. It's about the principle. Because if you think about it, someone works hard to afford something nice, to get themselves something nice. It's like they earn that. It's basically them rewarding themselves for hard work. And when you destroy something that someone buys themselves as a celebration for their hard work and their accomplishment, it's essentially like you looking them in the face and spitting in their face and saying, fuck your hard work, I decide what's worth it and what's not. It's basically like the same thing as like disrespecting their possessions is like an extension of disrespecting them. Because when people disrespect someone's possessions, it's often a reflection of how they feel about that person. Not all the time, but maybe it is sometimes. And the fact is, like, for example, if someone has a car and someone, like, smashes up the person's car, it's not just vandalism, it also might be a reflection of how they feel about that person or how they want that person to feel about themselves. Needless to say, if you have someone like this in your life, or if you're dating someone like this who's just gonna get fucking crazy the moment you do something that they don't like, pack it the fuck in. Pack it the fuck in, don't stick around, because this is the kind of shit someone does where they're like maybe a few minutes away from sticking a fucking knife into you instead because they've decided that they'd rather murder your ass for not giving them attention more so than they would like to sit down and discuss the problem with you. Needless to say, fuck psychologically abusive, gaslighting pieces of crap like this. I hope this guy got the fuck out of that relationship because odds are if she's willing to do this to you, like to your stuff, she's willing to do the same shit to you. Like, she's willing to throw your ass into the metaphorical garbage if she decides that something better has come along or if she decides you're too much of an inconvenience. Well, anyway, with that out of the way, just avoid people like this, everyone. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Have a nice one.